Okay, this will be a video chart on HMIT, Hidalgo Mining International. Can't remember the last time I did this one, but I do know it's been kind of recent. All these lines you see are what I drew in from the previous videos. So if you search back through my videos, you can find the last time I did this and see what these lines pertain to and why I drew them. But either way, I always make them the same colors. Green are supports, red are resistances, and you can see that based on those, the chart is still very healthy. It's had a nice little pullback here where the price is now starting to come back to life again. But the main thing that sticks out was this thick green line. I always make my crucial support levels thick and green to remind myself that that's the key levels that you don't want to see fall. And sure enough, you can see the price came down here. The bears try to push the price through, but they were not successful. The bulls held their ground, and now you can see what has followed, a nice bounce that has continued on to today. So that's the first place I want to start. Is so far so good with the areas of support. I am going to get rid of this line because we have some other supports now that are shaping up, and the new kind of shorter term support level that ideally I'd like to see hold is this level here. Where am I getting it from? Well, if we look here, you can see it was a resistance, then acted as support, and then as resistance again here. And actually yesterday the price came down and bounced off it, so it is back to being a support. This level is here at 0.0014. So 0.0014, and then down here this one remains the key one at 0.001 as your support levels. Now resistances, nothing needs to be updated here. You can see that this line that I drew did act as a resistance level today. The price did get above it intraday, but being that we're talking about things from the daily chart perspective, we care about where prices close at. So the price wasn't able to close up above there, therefore it is still a resistance level. But it was nice to see that the bulls were at least able to peek their head above it for at least a little bit today. The other key resistance remains up here at 0.0021. So nothing, like I said, really changes in terms of resistance levels. Now, in terms of the volume, you can see that with the past 3 days, volume has crept up, not quite as big as some of these initial moves, but nonetheless, it's nice to see that volume has picked up a little bit more. And the other positive thing to that is you can see that less volume is moving the price much easier. Before to get this sort of move, you needed a lot bigger volume, but now volume, doesn't take as much, so which tells me that shares are in relatively tighter hands now. They're not floating around back and forth as much as they usually would. So that's always a good sign. Now that could change if somebody decides to change their mind, but for the time being, it does seem like the shares are being more tightly held now because the price is moving much easier than what it used to. So that's always a good sign. Tightly held shares mean less available, which means the price can move easier. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, I had some requests for it, and I did want to get things updated. But overall, the charts, this was a very healthy consolidation. A lot of people were worried, thinking, oh, did this dip down too far? No, it was actually a textbook. It dipped right down to this key area of support, and now we're seeing a bounce off of it. So the bulls are flexing their muscles once again. And like I said, ideally, if the price can just come down here and hover around before heading back up, that would make the chart look really good. But regardless, it could still technically come down here, bounce around, and then head back up, and it would still be holding this level, so the chart would still be intact. But ideally, if you were to ask me what I want to see, I'd like to see this level up here hold strong, but not the end of the world if it doesn't. So if there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. You go there and sign up for the free newsletter. You'll be sent a free ebook, and with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from penny stocks up to big boards. So there's a good variety, something for everybody. It's all free, no strings attached, and we've been making some good money together with our alerts and trade setups. So I'd encourage you to head to the website, sign up, and see what it's all about. One more time, this was HMIT. Thanks for listening.